Greetings. Hello again. Anna back again. Today I thought I would talk about what happens when spirits cross over. Where do they go? And this is just my perception of what I see as a house healer and a spirit clearer. And when I do my energy field assessments and clearings, there are a lot of spirits from a lot of different places for a lot of different reasons have been earthbound or the slightly heavier energies. They all go somewhere once they're cleared. And I get a lot of messages, a lot of emails, people going, well, what do you do with them? So I thought today I would explain my way of clearing energies and where they go once they are cleared. Okay, so when I work as a house healer and an and a spirit clearer, part of the process is identifying the detrimental energies that are in people's homes and helping them to move on. Okay, so they're not stuck here on the earth realm anymore. So I work with most of my spirits, energies, even the dark energies. They all have an emotional connection to the earth realm in some way. So when I've connected with them, we've discovered what the emotion is that they have in their energy field that is an issue. I help them with clearing that emotion. And then I work with higher vibrational beings. So if you want to call them God, Source, Creator, Spirit Guides, Angels, Archangels, doesn't matter. It's whatever works for you. For me, I work with the Archangels. That terminology works for me. So we'll define an energy that has a particular emotion that's keeping it here on the earth plane. We'll find what that emotion is. And then we will work on sending them to the next level of their spiritual evolution. All right, because being here on the earth plane is just a part of our lives. All right, we have many, many lives, many, many lessons to learn. And then we go through our spiritual evolution. We may not reincarnate. That's a whole nother story, a whole nother video, things to talk about. So we'll define the emotion that this particular spirit has. I will help to clear and send that emotion off to the universe to be recycled. I see them all as going off to the big compost pile where they're just all recycled into something beautiful. Okay, so the emotion's cleared and then the spirit is there. So what happens next? Where do they go? What happens to them? So depending on their level of learning, what they're here for, who they are, what they've done, why they're here, you know, what the level of learning is, will define where they go next. So the way I see the process, and other people will see it in different ways, and that's fine, because we all do things. Everything goes back to the same place, but we all have different perceptions of how these things happen. Okay? So I will clear an emotion from a spirit, and then the next process is they will transition with the archangels to what I call the waiting room. Now, I have been in this waiting room, not physically, obviously, but I have been there through my mind's eye, through looking into my third eye. I've actually seen the waiting room, because some spirits are a little bit afraid, a little bit frightened. They don't want to go because they don't know where they're going. And they don't know what they're going to. And they literally just go, I'm staying here. I just don't want to go. I'm going, okay, how about I come with you and just show you where you are going? And they're like, okay, I think I'm happy with that. So I'm like, okay. So I just either hold their hand or just walk alongside them. I used to see a golden stairway that would take them to a doorway, and they would go through this golden doorway. My perception has evolved a little bit more. So now I see a white waiting room, which has many doors. All right, it's a little bit like a reception at the dentist. All right, you're sitting there and you're waiting to go through your doorway to go and get your job done. All right, so you're sitting there in this waiting room. Like in the Harry Potter movies, when Harry went to the place where he met Dumbledore, all right, it was like King's Cross train station. It was like this massive white train station. So I get this similar kind of perspective of a very large room, very white, very clean, very pure. And when the energies, I'm getting a yes on that, they're going, yes, you're on the right track. When I take the energies to this doorway, I will stand at the doorway, because obviously I can't enter because I'm not in that state. But I can look into this space and I see like there's 4 different doorways. And there's lots of chairs and lots of standing space. And these energies literally walk through this doorway and they go and wait for their helper to come and help them move on to the next step in their evolution. So some of the different ways I could explain these doorways are, one of them will take you straight to God, Source, Creator, Heaven, whatever you want to call it, the great connectiveness, the great consciousness, that place where we all go eventually when we're all back as one. All right. So some spirits will literally walk in the doorway and go straight to whichever door takes them off to that space, right? Where they go off to that heaven space, if you want to call it that. There's another door that works with energies that need to do a certain level of learning. So say they've gone through their lifetime and they've had lots of troubles, lots of difficulties. Some of them need to go back to school, as we all do at some stage, to do some more learning to help them with their evolution so that they can then be reincarnated and then go back to learn the lessons that they need to learn. All right, so that's door number 2, if you want to look at it that way. Door number 3 is where energies go that are of a different level of, and I don't know what happens behind this door. All right, door number 3 is another door where particular types of energies, all right, I'm going to backtrack here a bit. When I cross energies over, you get spirits, trapped souls, ghosts. All right, they're people, human people who have not left the earth plane for whatever attachment reason that they have had. All right, so they're group 1. So then you get the second group that are what I call the heavier energies. So they're energies that may have committed like really heavy type crimes or have very, very strong emotions in their energy fields, like blame, shame, hatred, burdened, despair, sorrow, things that are, and like loneliness, all right, unsupported, all those sorts of emotions, unworthy, worthless, all those sorts of heavy emotions can keep people trapped on the earth plane. So they're another group, all right? And they can also include people who have committed crimes against others. So they're the second group that I deal with. The third level of energies, now we're getting into the slightly heavier energies, all right? These are the darker energies that make people go, oh my God. Well, I just see them as a soul. They're all beings with a soul, and I assist them in the way that God, Source, Creator has deemed that I work with them. So I will then help them to get to this waiting room. So door number 3, as I see it, door number 3 is for these energies. These are the darker energies. The darker energies that aren't human, they're not of human form, and have never been of human form. They are something else. So they go to door number 3. And I don't know what happens behind that door. Maybe it's an education, don't know. I don't want to know. It's not my business. All right. I help them get from the earth plane to this waiting room where they are then assisted to go on to the next level of their spiritual advancement. So door number 4 is a bit of a mystery. I've not actually seen door number 4 open very often. I generally send them to the waiting room and then that's it. I'm not told anymore. That they leave it at that. Otherwise, I'm a bit of a sticky beak and want to know everything. So they don't actually tell me what happens past that. So I've seen up to the 3 doors. Door number 4 is the mystery door. I don't know what that's for. Maybe they're just saying to me that I just saw the word Ascended Masters just showed up in my forehead. Maybe door number 4 is for spiritual beings who have gone through all of their evolution on Earth, gone through all of their lessons, and they get to that stage where they're going to become spiritual teachers. Now that's interesting. This is how when you do this work and you're open to listening and channeling with spirit, God, Source, Creator, whatever you want to call it, that they just said to me, this is the door. Like I've never asked before. I just assumed I wasn't allowed to know. And now I'm being told, yay, that this is the door. Door 4 is for the energies that are moving on to become ascended masters, spiritual teachers. So to be type of school for them, a type of learning in a way where they can become teachers, spirit guides, and come back and help us all on our path. I know my background's moving, you'll have to excuse that. The door's open for my puppy who's here. If I don't have the door open, she'll scratch and make scratchy noises. So I hope you found that interesting. So these 4 doors are just a place that I see where spirits go when they cross from the earth realm. Some go straight to heaven, some need to do some learning, some are of a heavier consistency. It's probably not the right word, but you know what I mean. So they need a different type of learning or understanding. And then you've got door number 4 for the ascended masters level of spirit guide assistance, that they can come back and give us some help. So I hope you found that interesting. It helps you understand that when we die, some people say when we die, that's it, it's just the end of it, black, nothing. No, like I'm sorry, no. I have seen spirits, seen them, felt them, heard them all my life, work with the dark energies as well, and I just know that there is more to just being here. Here is a lesson. It's a place where we learn, we grow, we evolve. All right, we are souls in a human body. This is literally just a vessel that we inhabit for this lifetime to learn whatever it is we need to learn, and then we come back, or if we've done all our learning, we move on. All right, so it's just a matter of going, okay, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. So when your time comes to pass, it's not blackness and nothing. You're evolving. You are a spiritual being who is continuously evolving every second of every day. All right, you are evolving through your learning and coming to that place of spiritual enlightenment. So just enjoy the path and just know that when it's all done in this lifetime, we just move on. All right, it's a way of just moving on. So the waiting room for me is a way of seeing and dividing up where people go, and it's a way that I explain it to my clients, to my psychic development students. This is how I see that it happens. Other people see it different ways. That's fine. We all go back to the one place eventually. So if you've liked what I've talked about today, you'd like to see more, there's lots of videos on my YouTube channel. I only started recently, so I'm building them up very slowly. I'll be talking about all sorts of different things. Whatever management deems appropriate, I will be talking about. So if you like what I do, hit the subscribe button, like what I do, share it with your friends. Just enjoy the process of learning, okay? It's great. This is why I do this. Never thought I would be, but I am now, and I'm just loving the process. All right, I know I ramble. That's just the way I do it, okay? Hope you've enjoyed this. Have a good day, be safe and look after each other, and I will see you again soon. Bye.